Today, I want to take you guys on a small journey with me on how I became a monster of a Rex, how I learned the combat, and how I became practically unbeatable at one point. I turned into an actual Rex PvP monster. Now keep in mind, this is the leaked version from Rex. So there's a lot of things that are not balanced. There's a lot of things that will not be applicable when the release is actually going to happen. But for the time being, I know that some of you are playing this version of Rex on certain servers. One example is Northern Survival. So while it's relevant, I figured I might as well show you guys what I've learned and the route I took with all the mistakes and all the complaining until I at one point became a true apex, a true killer. And this little journey starts on EU Omni, my personal free admin server where anybody can join. I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested to join it. And yeah, basically, chapter one, a lot of failing and a lot of learning. All right.
Oh god, the tracks.
No, put me down.
Yeah, that does a shit ton of damage.
Not like that.
Okay.
So I decided to learn Rex combat. Now, at this point in time, I'm a complete novice. I haven't fought anything yet. The only test I have done has been on Northern Survival when they had the ability to play as one for a short matter of time where you could just use a command and grow it. And I had a few fights. However, a lot of things happened in that session that I couldn't explain or wrap my head around. So I decided to figure out how this actually works. And yeah, this is where I'm starting to really learn the matchup. Oh, it doesn't work so far. Okay.
You have to do it from the front, I believe, and that from a good distance.
Yeah, like Trike can definitely body your routes. Alright, Dusty,
If
where
you're
are you?
if you're
Ah!
inside the track, or
Dusty, grow yourself. Dusty, grow yourself. I'm gonna yeet you. Alright. Hold left mouse button. Like you're ready to do the thing. No, that's
Wait,
right
that was
mouse
not-
button. You have to hold the crush
That's
without
actually
firing it. So let's say a Rex runs at you with that button hold down. Just face me while doing that. Look what you can do.
yeah. Did you just pin him?
Yep. As for now, this was pretty much my bread and butter strat. To land on a headbutt for the stun and proceed with a pin. However, there's a big problem with this, isn't there? On most playables, this would simply not be sufficient. So, I wanted to level up. And yeah, get further than just being able to do this. I wanted to absolutely annihilate people.
Yeah, you can pin it.
Put me down. Put me down.
Oh, if he puts you down, you instantly die. It doesn't matter. See? Once you're grabbed, you're dead, even if it doesn't tell you right away.
Okay, that's stupid. That's actually really dumb. There's no way to win the spar. So at this point, I was a little bit salty. I was like, I'm doing my best here to press buttons, enter spar mode, and maybe win the spar mode. And I just didn't understand how to come out on top on that. However, I ran the fight a few more times, and it is where I started to pick up my first trick. Okay, I'm stuck.
I'm gonna hop off. See you guys.
Later.
Okay. How much damage did that do? Meanwhile, I'm yellow, okay. I think it was around this point where I realized that the headbutt had some use versus the trike punt. How could I utilize it perfectly? And then I realized that if I did the attack really early and hit him with the very end of the animation, then I could avoid getting into the spar. Still had no idea how to deal with getting locked with it though. And I still had a lot of frustration in this part of it. Like I was pretty much skill issuing, raging, I was absolutely dog. And yeah. It just goes to show that getting angry doesn't solve anything. You just have to get good. Like, and for once, it applies to me where I am absolutely frustrated and not understanding a thing.
Somehow I had a smooth 10 fight.
Bruh.
The taco. Neck where you up to. Still.
Now I'm cooked. $25%. Oh, I was winning that. Damn. Shit. Damn. I was winning. Okay. Now, the copium levels were pretty much off the chart. I was not winning that. I had one lucky run with the trike missing a lot of its attacks. But in reality, I was just straight up losing. It wasn't until I saw another person actually fight a trike and completely decimate a trike until I figured out that I was doing it all wrong.
Okay.
And this is where I learned that when the trike gets to a low enough HP, that you can actually pin it down. Now, how the hell he survived all of that and did the job was a puzzle to me. I was like watching water burn. And essentially, Apex also taught me that running and turning is better than trying to turn in place, and that most of its mobility comes from running and turning, essentially. And then in this fight, I saw that the Rex could use the alt-right to stop the push.
Like that guy consistently is winning. Strange. Uh.
Additionally, what I realized is that the Rexes were constantly using the crush attack, and I just didn't understand how they could move so fast right after performing it. It's a trick I would learn later, but for now, I was already happy with the basics of knowing that I had to use the crush and sprint for mobility and damage. Now, of course, I started seeking out a lot of fights, because I wanted to get better at the matchup with Trike and get more consistent so I could apply it in a survival session. So I don't grow a Rex for hours and just die to one right away. I hear these two are messing with me really hard, like teaming up on me, and honestly I didn't really appreciate that. So 2v1 is actually possible, but I was not there yet. However, this is where I learned another trick. And I would dare say the most important trick that you need to know on the leaked Rex. I was quite proud at this point. knowing that I could win this matchup quite reliably in a 1v1 situation. But the trick I was about to learn would change everything. Here I was fighting a Rex that knew a thing or two more than I did. Of course, naive as I was, I thought I could win that. However, our skill is showing hard, trying to land a crush attack. But he was just tail riding me and I couldn't do much. I should have bit his tail, but I didn't. Like a dumbass. However, this version shared his technique with me. And I was about to absorb every bit of it. Essentially, he was gonna show me. Apparently, by pressing G, you can cancel the animation of the pin and repeat it once more. Now this was a game changer. This would change everything and add speed back onto the table. And after seeing this, I copied it immediately into my being. And was able to perform it on the spot. This changed absolutely everything. Now, I still wasn't exactly the apex I wanted to be. And this simply took a bit of practice and getting used to the mechanics. Alt bite to stop the push and not drop over. Sprinting to get around. Crushing, pressing G to cancel it, run around, and then repeating that whole process. However, I was inefficient at it. I got the job done, but I was getting way too much damage every single time. Even though I was winning, I wasn't winning by the landslide I wanted to win by. And occasionally, I lost the matchup as well. However, all the ingredients were there. Now, I just had to optimize it. I had to optimize my playstyle, optimize the knowledge, get more effective with what I had. My frustration was kind of gone. This is the moment where I really had an interest to getting better and practicing. So, yeah, enjoy the compilation of what I became next. And I think the real important lesson, especially versus the trike, was understanding that their trash hitbox extended all the way to the back. And waiting for it to finish before going in. And not to trade with it. And I had to run out before they could trash, which was the hard part at times. And I was still getting hit by it. However, this is something I managed to eventually learn to prevent. And I'm somebody who learns quite fast. So I already picked up on all of that in this session. Also, this Rex is a nerfed version. It is like 4 times weaker than the actual leaked Rex. We did this to allow some fun with other matchups. And this is where I started to perform a whole lot better.
In the cycle, I cannot focus, losing base. up the pieces of a broken heart, cause I was chosen. Stitch it back together, better late than never, steady motion. Can't control my fate, but I control all these emotions. I'm not broken, I'm not broken. Already cried my tears enough for an ocean. I've been in the cold rain on my parade. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the game. Gravity can take his arms around my legs and try to pull me. I'll still levitate. The greatest gift I got is being as holy. One thing I learned, pain hurts but don't control me. I'm not broken, I'm not broken. Already cried my tears enough for an ocean. I've been in the cold rain on my parade. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the game. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the Already cried my tears enough for an ocean. I've been in the cold rain on my parade. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the game. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the game. Picking up the pieces of a broken heart, cause I was chosen. Stitch it back together, better late than never, steady motion. Can't control my fate, but I control all these emotions. I'm not broken, I'm not broken. Already cried my tears enough for an ocean. I've been in the cold rain on my parade. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the game. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the game. Gravity can take his arms around my legs and try to pull me. I'll still levitate. The greatest gift I got is being as holy. One thing I learned, pain hurts but don't control me. I'm not broken, I'm not broken.
Alright, let's go.
Already cried my tears enough for an ocean. I've been in the cold rain on my parade. I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain. I am undefeated, made for the game.
You look pretty hurt though.
I'm still on my feet, stand tall like a mountain.
I mean, press on your end key and then press M so you can see my HP. Yeah, just get M from Matt. How much did you do her?
Quite a bit, like 38%.
Yeah, he did hurt me. But I heard him more. That's in a 1v1.
Already cried my tears enough for an ocean. I've been in the cold rain on my parade. I'm still on my feet, standing tall like a mountain. I am undefeated.
I got him.
No.
Wait. Okay, stand there. Don't move. Don't
Okay.
move. I'm gonna throw him to you. When he almost lands, you're gonna hold left mouse button and let go, yeah?
Okay.
Catch him. Yeah, you got him. Wait. My turn. Throw back. Aim up and right mouse button.
Oh.
I got
Oh,
him.
you got it too. Oh.
You missed. You can play football with that. He's like, I ain't no volleyball. Look what he typed in chat.
In the end of it all, I became an absolute monster. All thanks to the community around me, all thanks to the people showing me their technique. With everything bundled together, this is what you get. I hope this was useful to you guys. I'm also gonna show you the whole moveset, like everything a Rex can do, coming up now.
So all the things you can do. Basically all the moves. Of course, I'll start simple. Left mouse button, you can bite. Now you have to realize there's a 2-second delay. So if I want to hit the tree, I have to click here and then run to the tree. Click first, then run to target. That's the big advice I'll give you. And of course you can do the alt bite. Now a little thing I like to do is to make people think that I am on cooldown. I'll bite and then immediately alt bite, because there's no cooldown between the two. Likewise, you can just bite and follow up with another bite and do double damage. Now if I right click on him, it doesn't do much. Let me hit him. I want to kill him. But if I hold the right mouse button, you can make him fly. Now there's something else you can do, and almost nobody is aware of this little trick. But if you crouch, come back. Now if you crouch, and you look to the side and you press right mouse button, you can push people. So that's that one. Obviously everybody has already seen what the pin can do, but you just hold left mouse button, let go, and it fires the pin attack. And then last but not least, when you're running, you can press spacebar for a boost, and this will take double the stamina. Yeah, I can pick that size. So the first thing you can do, you guys probably have seen a million shorts, is you look up, right mouse button, you can throw him. Now he will die if he hits the ground. When you look to the side, you click right mouse button, you throw him to the side, as you saw me do earlier to that dialogue mid-fight. But here's a really cool thing you can do. If you hold the left mouse button and you shake, you can smack him into the ground. And I think the server crashed because he didn't die. Which means I can probably show this one as well. Oh, the server didn't crash. I don't know how he survived that. But he was supposed to die on that one as well. I think I glitched it out by catching him again. But that's the 3 things you can do. Pretty efficient. We could do it with 1 life. So, yeah. That's about it. And this one is really interesting, because if you can execute it quite fast, let's say you're running around with another Rex, you could just crouch and then quickly push him. It stuns him, you press G and you could just, you know. Do that. Cheers.